Lovely. Yeah, Mikey, you all right? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. We're rolling, so we'll crack straight on. How have you enjoyed a little break and a few days off?
Yeah, good, mate. Got away with the missus, went to see some family, so it was good.
Where'd you go?
Her granddad lives south of Spain, so around Marbella, so we went around there. Yeah, it was nice.
That's a convenient relative to have, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's only half an hour away, so that's not bad for him, from where he lives.
How important is it to have little breaks like that in the middle of a season for you?
Yeah, it's massive. Just for the reset button, mentally and physically. You put your body on the line every week. So them little breaks in between. Yeah, it's good for everybody. Just to switch off for a couple of days and make sure you're raring to go for the next part of the season.
Do you feel refreshed then going into Huddersfield this week?
Yeah. We're still in last week. We had a couple of sessions last week. Nice, real intense sessions. So, the boys are raring to go this week.
Of course, everyone probably wishing they didn't have a week off. Did you have a chance to watch the Challenge Cup final?
Yeah, I was diving in and out of it. I'd rather be there playing, but being a spectator. So, yeah, it was a good game.
Was it tough to watch knowing that you could have been there and you were there last year, of course?
Yeah, it was tough because the expectation of what we had, we wanted to be there, so it was obviously tough to watch, but, it's a great game to watch, so it was very good.
And I guess that's also, it's just added motivation to get to those big games in a few months' time. Yeah,
100%. That's where we want to be at the end of the year. We want to be in the finals, so, we've got a long way to go, but these are the stepping stones throughout the middle of the season.
What's the team feeling in the camp then after that Lee performance?
We were really determined, and that defence won the game. Keeping a good attacking team like Lee to 0. It's a big statement, and we've been a few areas in our defence over the last few weeks weren't good enough. So we've been working really hard at that, and getting that to where we know we can get it to. So having that 0 on the board, was really good for us.
We all know how much emphasis Willie puts on defending. Do you, as an individual, do you get a buzz off a really good defensive performance?
Yeah, because that's how we work through pre-season. That's where you spend your hours in the wrestle room with the defensive coaches, and yeah, you get a real good buzz. You get a good reward at the end as well. So yeah, that game was outstanding in all the aspects of defence. So going into this week, it's going to be the same again. We base ourselves on defensive focused team. So we've got a lot of players in the team who can attack. It's all about defending.
Have you noticed your own ability to defend and think about defending change under Willie and the coaching staff? I'm thinking Brett Delaney as well. He's clearly had an impact on it.
Yeah, I struggled at the beginning of last year, and it's gone a long way since then. So, it's something you don't really think about at the time, but you work hard at it every day when you're at work. So, yeah, it's good.
How do you see your season going as a whole, personally?
Yeah, it's going all right, mate. Just want to improve every week, keep your head down, and just performing to the best I can, and just leaving everything out there every week. That's all I can ask for. The things I do will just come by just working hard and leading with Tyrone May, and Jez and Niall and Matty. That's our job to lead the boys around. So my own performance and form here, it's going well.
What's it like playing with Tyrone May in the house as well? How have you found that?
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. He's a different character, and he's a pleasure, to play with alongside. He's real calm, but when he speaks, everyone listens. So he works hard. He leads the boys around. So to have that partnership with him growing every week is very good.
He strikes me as a very different sort of player to the halves you've played with in the past. I'm thinking, Jordan Abdul-Rahmil's, Brad Schneider. Does him having those different aspects to his game allow you to explore more aspects to your own game and work on other things that you maybe haven't worked on in previous seasons?
Yes and no. I still want to take that responsibility off him, where we're sharing that and leading the boys around. We both, when he first come, people were saying that he was just a runner, but it's been, we've got the evidence to say that he's not just a runner, he's an organiser, and he, he plays what he sees, like all halves do in this league. So the character he is a different one, but it's a pleasure. All the boys love playing with him. He leaves nothing out there, and the energy he brings is it's outstanding.
Yeah, I was also meant you're picking up more of the kicking duties out of the hand as well. Is that something that you're enjoying adding to your game?
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's a responsibility what don't come that natural to me, but I've worked hard throughout pre-season with Joe Ford, the kicking coach, and then obviously got the nod to put it on the tee as well. I'm still working hard at that, and I'm loving the responsibility of taking over that role.
It's something we spoke to Willie about a couple of weeks ago as well after the London game. That's, for you as a product going forward, that's a valuable asset to have to your game, is that ability to kick both out of hand and off the tee if you're looking to create a complete package of a halfback.
Yeah, of course. There's so much what goes into being the full package of an halfback, but they're still only young, so I just want to keep adding things to my game to make it better every week and year by year to get better.
What are you expecting from Huddersfield Giants then?
I'm expecting a lot of energy. They're coming off a win. They throw the ball about in the yardage into good ball. They've got a lot of good players. With obviously Clune in the middle. They've been the halfback, and then Lola here out the back. They've got good Nicarima. He's a Masters, sorry. In the centres, and they've got a lot of experience in the middle as well. So we're expecting them to come out firing, but we'll be ready on Friday night back at Craven Park. It'll be another. I think it's another close out sellout. So yeah, we'll be buzzing to play that team.
It's something that Willie picks up on with Huddersfield, is that they do have that element of unpredictability, especially around players like Connor and Lula. How do you prepare yourself, given that those are often your opposite men on the pitch?
How we prepare every week, really. Watch video on them, analyse them, and put a plan together what we're going to do defensively, and just stick to that. As that's the main thing.
Do you know when the England squad gets announced? Is there any indication of whether you'll be involved with that in a couple of weeks yet?
Me and Willie spoke about it the other day, and nothing's been spoke about. But I've got a job to do for the next couple of weeks to ensure that I can get into that squad for that international break. So nothing's been said about it.
Do you think you've done enough over the season so far to warrant and earn a place in the squad?
I hope so. But Sean Wayne has his ways, and if I'm involved with that, it'll be a massive honour again. To represent your country, but like you say, I've got 2 more weeks to prove myself, to put my best foot forward to get in that international squad.
Just a final one from me as well. The passing of Rob Burrow last week. A few words on him. I'm guessing he's a player that you more than likely grew up watching and getting a lot of inspiration from. Yeah,
I was lucky to be coached by Robert at Yorkshire Academy. How he conducted himself throughout his career was a credit to him. Never took a step back. We played the same position as well. We're both not the biggest. So what he's been through for the last few years, and it's a credit to him and his family for how upbeat he was, and he's done a lot for MND. So, it's affected a lot of people in rugby league. Not just in rugby league as well. It's affected a lot of people outside. So yeah, it'll be sadly missed. But the player he was is I watching that Leeds team with him and Danny Maguire in the halves. It was unstoppable at times. So yeah, it's a sad one.
Thank you, Mikey. I'll leave it there and pass you over to Matt, but good luck this weekend.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Mikey, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Matt. How are you?
Not bad. Just on your own game, mate. I know you spoke about kicking game and everything else there. Is there any elements of your game at the minute that you are particularly focused on improving? And that might be something really niche, that we wouldn't see, or something more general. Is there anything?
Just being on a couple of more players than what I'd like to be on. Whether that's just pushing, just little stuff like that, what people don't recognise, what I recognise, and put on myself to do that sort of stuff, to put in the picture. To if I do make a break, then there's more of us in the picture than them. So yeah, just little stuff like that, what I'm still working on and wanting to improve in every week.
Well, I just wanted to ask you about your partnership with Kalepi. It feels like you two have a really good understanding of each other. You sort of are able to identify when the line's there, he obviously executes it, and so on and so forth. Just talk to us about that and how well that understanding and partnership is working between you two.
Well, put it this way, if he was running as hard as he does, and if I was at half-back, he's done it to me in the past, last year. He's right over the top of me, and, if he's running that hard, there's only one option, what I'm going to give. He's a gentle giant, put it that way, but when he's steaming onto the ball like that, he's unstoppable. So it's a pleasure to play with him, to be alongside of him. He's not the loudest, but, when he's on, he's on. And that's what I love about him. So they understand what we have. He understands me. I tell him what I want from him, and he does that. So you can't ask more from a back rower.
What did you do when he ran at you last year? Try and trip him up, or?
No, well, I had a footprint in my head. I'm sure Willie could tell you about that. There'll be a video somewhere of him trampling all over me, so it won't be the best one for me, but it'd be a good one for him.
It must be great for you in the sense of he's such a threat that it almost can be a decoy for you as well if you want to step and go, can it not? Because the blokes feel like they've naturally got to pay attention to it because of just how big and how strong he runs. So does it give you a bit more space as well?
Yeah, it does, yeah. But like you said, I feel like when he's doing his job to the best he can, it opens up a lot of options because they count them. The defender's got to count on him and to protect their half-back. So on the opposite team, it's some back rows, some centres might try and help the half-back and then open somewhere else. So it definitely does that.
What's what for you? Obviously, a lot of the times you put him through have been like short passes, like that. Very much he runs on through and that type of thing. How much have you worked on that particular pass? Because it's a timing. I'm assuming it's a timing thing more than a technical thing more than anything. But to get the best out of him, you need to nail it essentially, don't you?
Yeah, it's just reps in training. Team on team, left feet right. Just loads of reps of it, getting loads of timing. That's all. There's not much really to it. It's just all about the timing of it and him running as hard as he can and punching that hole. Because, like you say, if he's running that hard, there's only one option. What I'm going to do, because there's not many halfbacks who can stop him when he's running that hard. So,
who's he running out in training then? When you're repping?
You got Tyrone, Danny Richardson. All them the young lads, Lenny. It tests them out and it's good.
That's what I was thinking. I think it might be Lenny, and that'd be a welcome to first grade, wouldn't it, for a young lad like him?
Yeah, it would be. Especially if Lenny wants to burst onto the first team, playing against men like Kalepi. yeah, it is hard at the beginning. There's no lie about it, but you know, it's also good to train against them type of players.
Brilliant. I'll go try and find that footage of him trampling on you now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cheers, Mikey.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.